Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Miles Cunningham. Shout out to Lucario. Shout out to all the supporters. Shout out to everybody on the Bad Boy membership. Everybody on the Bad Boy show on Patreon. Everybody on the Confidence show on Patreon. Shout out to all the people who call into the live stream. All the people who donate to the live stream. Really appreciate you guys. Keep the game. You keep the show going, so we keep the game flowing. You feel me? So today what I wanted to talk about is being selfish, especially concerning women. When you're dealing with women, be selfish. Don't be afraid to be selfish. And this is one of those things that in some way or another, we've all been taught the opposite. Right? We've all been taught the opposite when it comes to dealing with people. Like, it's like be kind, be nice. And the thing is, nobody's saying don't be kind and don't be a good person. But the point is to be selfish. The point is to be selfish. Even if you're taking a flight and they tell you about the oxygen mask, they tell you to put on your oxygen mask first before you even put on your child's oxygen mask. Because the whole point is to make sure that you're good. Only time you can be good to the people around you is when you make sure you're good. So in that way, it benefits you to be selfish. It makes sense to be selfish. It makes sense to always put your needs first, right? Always put your ambitions first. Always put your agenda first, right? And the way it translates in dealing with women is that when a woman sees you taking care of yourself, providing value for yourself, being selfish, she recognizes that you recognize your own value. She recognizes that you recognize your own value. And when women recognize that, they have something to follow. They have something to submit to. They have something to have respect for. You understand what I'm saying? They give you a certain level of respect because they see how you feel about yourself through your actions. They see you taking care of yourself. They see you putting yourself first. They see you, for example, shout out to there's this YouTuber named Hybrid MGTOW, or he be changing his name all the time. But anybody who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But one time he did this video where he said. Sometimes he take any chick that he's dealing with, sometimes he'll take them shopping, but he don't take them shopping to buy them nothing. He take them shopping to buy himself some shit. Like he'll wait for a time where it's time for him to get himself a new watch or a piece of jewelry or something. And he'll call her up and invite her out and take her shopping, but he only buys himself something. You know what I'm saying? He said they might stop at the food court and have lunch or some shit like that, but he never actually buys her anything. You see what I'm saying? And he said it was something that always kind of like stuck with me because I'm like, that's exactly what it is. Like being selfish. You have to make sure your needs are met. And when you demonstrate how your needs are to be met, then she has a guide. She has something to follow. She's like, I know he likes his stuff like this. So it gives her a rule of thumb of how she needs to deal with you. You see what I'm saying? And this is something that I figured out years ago in general, because it's like everybody always want to say, oh, you have to be kind. You have to be this. You have to be selfless. Forgetting about yourself is a mistake. And in truth, everybody's selfish anyway, right? Because you'll look at somebody like Mother Teresa and if anybody don't know who Mother Teresa is, look her up. So basically, Mother Teresa was like a saint, right? She was this woman who she just did so much for the people around her. She ran hospitals. She took care of sick people, and she was what people would call selfless, meaning she gave of herself to others and didn't worry about herself. But here's the truth of it. If you're doing something that you truly desire, even if that thing is doing for others, serving others, you're still being selfish. You understand? Because you're still serving your own interest. If your interest it just so happens that your interest is to serve others. Like in the case of Mother Teresa, it just so happens that her personal interest was to be of service to others. You understand? It made her feel good to do things for other people, right? And if that's your truth, then that's your truth, and that's okay. Like, so, but if you really break it down, you're still actually being selfish. You're still worrying about your own interest. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's how the world is supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're not valuable to yourself first, you can't be valuable to anyone else. So in the case of dealing with bitches, if you're not showing value to yourself, if you're not valuable to yourself, if you're not doing things for yourself, if you're not, making sure your money's right, making sure your health is right, making sure your physique is right, going to the gym, managing your money, managing your time, making sure you buy yourself, nice clothes, you got clean drawers, you know what I'm saying? No socks with holes in them. You know what I'm saying? If you drive a car, you maintaining your car, you doing what you got to do. If you got a nice apartment or a house, you're maintaining your house, you're maintaining your apartment, you're keeping your shit clean. You understand? These things, it's not a bad thing to be selfish, to take care of yourself, because a female, first of all, you have to lead by example when it comes to females. So it's like you taking care of yourself and you being selfish in that sort of way. It's a part of the game that you're imparting on her life. It's a part of the game that you're bestowing on her. You're teaching her how to live, basically. You see what I'm saying? I think Lucario did a video about that the other day. When he was like, you gotta teach these bitches how to live, because you have to basically show them the way. You understand? And like I said, being selfish and being like an asshole or being a bad person on purpose or whatever is two different things. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody's saying to be a bad person, but you have to be selfish, especially with these chicks, because you have to show them that you are perfectly aware of your value. You are perfectly aware of the way that you deserve to be treated. And if she's paying attention and she recognizes your value, then she'll see it as well through you being selfish, through you making sure that your needs are always met and the things that you desire always come to pass. You understand? Because you got to remember this. Any woman that decides to be in your life, if you're doing good, then by default, she's doing good. So it only makes sense that your needs be taken care of first as a man. You get what I'm saying? That's the basic bottom line of it all. So being selfish is not a bad thing. You have to be selfish out here. You got to let these chicks know that your needs come first. You understand? Because like I said, if you're doing good, then anybody in your life is doing good by default. That's just how it works. You understand? So if your money right and your resources are right, your house is nice, your clothes are nice, then she'll directly benefit from that shit. You understand? What happens is a lot of dudes forget their own value, and then they start to put everything into the bitch. You understand? They think that investing in the bitch is where it's at. And then that's when the bitch starts to take advantage of you, because you're not showing anything about your requirements and your needs and your agenda. So she fucking just takes it as a free for all, and then she loses respect for you. And then since you're not giving her guidance on how to treat and deal with you, she's just taking it in. She's just using you for whatever the benefits are that you're giving to her. Why? Because you're forgetting about yourself. You're forgetting about who you are. You're forgetting about your own value. You see what I'm saying? So take care of yourself first, man. Be selfish, especially when it comes to these hoes. You feel me? Be selfish when it comes to these chicks. Be selfish when it comes to your girl, when it comes to your wife, anything. Like I said, when you're in the plane and they tell you to put on your oxygen mask, they tell you to put on your oxygen mask first before you put on even your children's oxygen mask. You understand? Because your needs have to be taken care of first. And only when you're good, then you could be good to other people. You can actually serve a purpose and do things for other people. But you have to be in a good state of mind. You have to be in a good state of health. You have to be in a good state of well-being first before you can provide value for others. All right? So be selfish, man. Be valuable to yourself first, and then you can be valuable to others. All right. So again, shout out to everybody that supports. Go get your t-shirts, get on Teespring. The link is in the description. Get on that bad boy membership, Patreon /Mr. Lucario, and The Confidence Show, Patreon /The Confidence Show. Get on that bad boy membership. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, share this with somebody that needs to hear it. All right. So it's your boy Miles Cunningham. The truth is inside you. Peace.